Episode of Chicago Bulls Central. The Bulls, Dallas Mavericks, going down today. What does that mean? That means we having a pregame show. We're going to talk about it, have some fun, talk some shit. You know how we do it down here on the pregame show. We're going to get to all that and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? We in the building today, holding it down. You guys know Chicago Bulls Central, man. We have fun around here. The Bulls face the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks are without like four of their starters. Luke is probably still playing or listed as probable. I think the last time we got Zach LaVine, DeMar, Pat Bev all out. Surprisingly, going to play Vooch. Do not be surprised if Vooch, Patrick Williams, Kobe White, some other key Bulls players only plays maybe 15 to 20 minutes in this game, even though they are active in this game. They do have to hit a certain number of people to dress and be available for the game. So that's why you see a lot of those Bulls names still. Not every starter or anything's out of that game. So, we'll see. The Bulls are in a weird position, right? Because right now, with the Bulls having a play-in spot locked in, if they lose these last two games of the season, it's going to increase their lottery odds if they do end up getting eliminated from playing, not making it into the playoffs. So they may be incentivized to keep resting people. Now, the Dallas Mavericks also have more to fight for because they actually dropped their pick some and their chance to keep their pick if they lose this game. So, we'll see. That's storylines to watch. May not end up meaning anything in the long run, but it is something to look out for just to see if it does go anywhere. But hey, we'll see. We'll see what that means, man. I'm really looking forward to just Bulls basketball overall, man. I'm also looking forward to the end of the season. I ain't even going to front on y'all. I'm not going to act like I'm not. I'm desperately ready for the end of the season because this season has just been stressful. And because I don't necessarily see the Bulls surprising anyone in the playoffs, it kind of is what it is there, man. But I want to see development. I want to see Dalen Terry today. I want to see Patrick Williams play big and be a big part of the offense, probably even a Marko Simonovic signing tonight. So, we'll see what we get from the Bulls tonight and who shows up, who gives big effort, things like that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We got Nardo Blackgate in the building, says, "What up, Haize? What's going on, fam? Glad to have you in the building with everyone else. Glad to have you as a member of the family in this bitch, I should say." Omar says, "What up, Haize? On my way to the game. I'm pissed. I waited a whole year for the Bulls to come to Dallas just for DeMar and Zach to sit out. At least Dalen's getting some tick, though. Let's hope. You never know with Billy Donovan." Hey, bro, I want to see about 40 Dalen and Marco pick and rolls tonight. That's it. Let's play book all night. Hey, I feel you. That's the playbook all night. Like, listen. It's a very simple game, and don't be surprised if you hear that from Stacey King a lot tonight. Mujin, I think that's how I pronounce that. Let me know if I mispronounced that. Says, "I need the Bulls to win tonight for my birthday." Well, hey, first off, happy birthday to you. That's first and foremost. Before anything with this team in the up and down season, happy birthday to you. Thank you for joining and spending it with us and watching the Chicago Bulls. Move. Luka will play only first quarter. Well, hey, let's see. Vooch and AC playing tonight. Yes, Vooch and AC are playing tonight. Vooch going for the Iron Man award, wondering how many minutes. I do not expect Vooch to play a lot of minutes tonight. I could be wrong on that one. Could be completely thrown off and incorrect and off base with that, but I do not expect Vooch to play a lot tonight. Hi, Haize. I hope to see today more minutes for Terry Simonovic and all the young core. If we don't, right? And I said this over on Locked On Bulls today. If Marko Simonovic can't get into a game like this, then y'all need to cut him next season in the offseason. Like if in this type of game you don't play Marko Simonovic, you just need to cut him. Like, because at that point, he's just a wasted roster spot. He's not on a G League contract. He's not on a two-way. That man is on a full-fledged NBA contract. If you can't play him in a game like this, why is he here? What the hell is he here for? Sydney says, "Hey, Haize, why is Vooch playing when he should be resting as well?" Well, Sydney, because we don't have a lot of big men, because you can't sit everyone, right? So in the NBA, you have to dress, I think it's at least 10 people. On a 15-man roster, we're already sitting DeMar, Pat, Zach. AC is listed as questionable as well, but you can't sit everyone. So he's probably going to play very few minutes, but he is going to play today. John Collins in the building says, let's go Bulls Nation. If nothing else, it's good drama. Hey, I feel you on that one. Jack Holland in the building says, I'm out working tonight. The one time we're probably going to play Dalen significant minutes and I'm going to miss it. Well, luckily, you can always watch the replay of it. That's luckily. You can always do that. Seven Gordon, Luka only playing the first. Oh, they've officially said that he's only playing the first quarter. Well, good. Fuck him. I mean, listen, I don't care. I hope the Bulls do lose this game just for the lottery chances of it. But if the Bulls do win, they win, right? It is what it is. Like, I don't care. This is going to be a night of just weirdness. Anybody who paid for this game tonight, I'm sure they're going to be frustrated as hell because you're not getting any of the stars in there for real. It's weird. Omar says, I'll be leading a protest in the crowd for the Reinsdorf to fire Billy and sell the team. Well, listen, it's not going to happen. You can lead that all you want, but we all know it's not going to happen. Is that what I was talking about? Caruso is playing. Okay, they've said that for sure. I know he's listed as questionable. Kobe White should start over Io, but Billy loves guards who can't shoot. Well, you still need some offense coming off the bench. Now, we don't have much offense anyway, but hey, it is what it is. So we'll see. We'll see. Haize, why would Dallas sit out their best players if they're trying to get into the play-in? I don't even know if it's necessarily trying to get into the play-in. If they win, they increase their chances to keep their pick. So we'll see. We'll see. What's going on, Auntie Goons in the building? I love it when Goons in the building. Shout out to you, Auntie. Mujian says your jacket. I appreciate that. This is one of my favorite Bulls jackets. This is a new acquisition. This one just came in the mail Monday, so it's my first time wearing this one on the show. Haize, why the heck is Caruso playing tonight? If he tweaks his ankle, that would be so stupid for us. Listen, you got to play. You can't sit everyone. You just can't sit everyone. So I don't expect him to play a lot of minutes. He may be available, but may not even check in the game. Keep in mind, just because a player is available doesn't mean they're actually going to check in. So, we'll see. You have to dress a certain amount of players. So they may just be trying to fill that requirement, but there may be a chance that he's not going to play. Even Terry Taylor traveled with the team today. So, that's a sign of some things. There you go. Our big three need to sit, play our young players. I agree. Play the young players. Rod D says, who you think is going to be our starting five lineup today? Hey, listen, I have no idea. I would like to see a starting lineup of Io, Kobe, Dalen, P. Will, and Vooch. That's the starting lineup I would like to see. Just to have the youth out there, and then Vooch only plays 14 minutes. We're going to play some Terry Taylor. Derrick Jones Jr. is going to play a lot of minutes. Drummond's probably going to play a lot of minutes as well. But yeah. How you doing, Haize? I'm living, bro. I'm living, Tyler. How are you? How are you and the family? The chain is cold too. I appreciate that. Come on, y'all know that. Shout out to C-Dub. He called me Drip. I get called Drip for a reason. Dallas don't want to lose that pick for a play-in ticket. Yeah, that's what it is. Especially when you're looking at they're probably going to lose Kyrie. They're probably going to lose Kyrie today. Today. They're probably going to lose Kyrie this offseason. I just don't see him re-signing. But we'll see. We'll see. So that's a big reason why they probably want to hold on to that. So what's the reward for us actually winning both games? Milwaukee, season over. That's funny. Nah, we can't even get to that. We're talking about if we win both games, we can't even guarantee to get. That's why I would say, like, I honestly want to see the Bulls lose both these games because it doesn't help us in play-in standing. It doesn't affect the play-in, right? We can lose both games, and hey, if we win both games in the play-in, that's a completely different story. But no 10th seed in the play-in has ever won a game. So the Bulls will be the first if that's the case. My boy got that fire jacket on. They better win. Listen, They probably we'll see. We'll see. Does it make sense to even sign D Rose this offseason or just give up on the idea of Rose? It doesn't make any. I've said that before. Rose doesn't like. I get signing Rose. If the Bulls were a championship level team and we had an open roster spot, sign D Rose all day. I would love to see D Rose sign because at that point, but this Bulls team is so far away. I don't want any novelty signings. I want signings that are actually going to help this team get closer to where we need and want them to be. So, at the minimum, Derrick Rose is going to do what Joakim Noah and Luol Deng did. He's going to sign that one-day ceremonial contract and retire as a Bull. But other than that, got so many things that we need to improve on. The vanity signings, man, I'm over that as of right now. I don't care nothing about no vanity signings. Tyler says the family's good, Haize. That's what I like to hear, Tyler. I'm glad that the family's good. Chill, bro. We can't lose tonight. The Bulls are 4-0 and I in 10 games. Listen, I don't care. I'm thinking about the future. I'm sorry, Omar. This is going to be the one time where I'm going to tell you I love you. You know you're my brother. And I hope you get the best experience. But today, I care nothing about your fan experience. I'm sorry. I'm just got to be real. I care about the Bulls getting and even then, let me be clear here. Even if the Bulls do lose the next 2 games of the regular season and then get eliminated out the play-in, it increases their chances of holding on to their pick. Are we? Come on now. We know the Bulls' luck. The Bulls probably, if I would say this right now, if the Bulls get lucky and they get eliminated from the play-in, which is likely going to happen when you look at the history of 10 seeds, but if they get a top 4 pick in this draft and they get to hold on to that pick, I'm coming on this live stream. Once the lottery happens, I'm literally going to do the Petey Pablo. I'm taking my shirt off. I'm swinging that motherfucker around my head like a helicopter, and I'm screaming Chicago. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm going to do. It's going to be a 15-minute live stream of me swinging a damn Chicago Bulls jersey over my head and screaming Chicago in the mic repeatedly for 15 minutes. That's what's going to happen. Hold me to that. Haize, is Drummond or Marco the first off the bench for Vooch? Come on now. Billy Donovan does not know who Marko Simonovic is. I fully believe that. Ain't it's not happening, bro. Lonzo Ball with one leg out there in a wheelchair will probably get on the court before Marko Simonovic. This is the most excited I've been to watch a game all season. I'm looking forward to seeing the Young Bucks, I guess is what you mean, play. Hey, listen, I hope so on that too. Are we the best 10 seed to compete in the play-in? That's a real question. No, I don't think so. Hold on, let me take a look. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the history of 10 seeds. So in 2020, the first year of the play-in, no, that wasn't 2021, the first year of the play-in. San Antonio Spurs were the 10th seed in the West, and the Charlotte Hornets were the 10th seed in the East. Last season, the San Antonio Spurs were the 10th seed again in the West, and the Charlotte Hornets were again the 10th seed in the East. Wow, that's crazy. So Charlotte and the San Antonio have been the 10th seed both times. Okay, well, that tells us nothing. So yeah, the Bulls are probably the best 10th seed in history. Haize, we got to help Billy plan for the Raptors game. P-Will's got to start, and we need to use Drummond correctly in that game. No screwing around playing DJJ at center and getting out rebound. Come on now. You've been watching this team, D-Dub, for years. You know Billy Donovan don't give a damn about no sense. He doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about sense. He gives no damn about sense. Carlik Jones going off tonight. I didn't even think about Carlik Jones. He's definitely probably going to play tonight. Omar laugh. What's good, Haize? What's going on, Guadalupe? Give the MVP some damn minutes. Hey, listen, fuck that G League MVP. No, I'm just playing. I'm just being silly. Bro, we got Portland picked next season. Bronny, no, we don't get it. So keep in mind, we don't guarantee to have that. The way that the Portland, and even then, it's not going to be Bronny. And I wouldn't want, Bronny's going to suck at the NBA level. The Portland pick is lottery protected, meaning we only get the Portland pick if they make the playoffs. So we're not going to get Bronny. It's not going to happen. And we wouldn't want him to either. Bronny about to be trash. Question, as you know, I caught on late with the season in particular team, good about having player-only meetings, and why don't the Bulls come out with pressure early in games on defense? The defense thing, who knows? That's coaching, that's a lack of planning, that's a lack of desire, that's a lack of that. But you said I just caught on late with the season. Is this particular team good about having player-only meetings? Well, I think we've had 2 player-only meetings this season. And I think we lost out of both of those. So, it is what it is on that one. Bulls either finna like a well-buttered machine or choke like a Popeye's biscuit. All right, butter biscuit with the biscuit puns. No damn about sense. Haize, you stupid. Billy does not care about sense. None. He doesn't give 2 shits about sense. Sensical basketball from Billy Donovan, a game plan, a defensive scheme, a defensive philosophy. I told y'all, Billy Donovan does some things from time to time. Don't get me wrong, right? That Memphis game, the second half of that Memphis game was probably Billy Donovan's best defensive coach and adjustments game this season, right? He has it in him to do it from time to time. But generally, Billy Donovan's defensive scheme and game plan is hope. Let's hope the team doesn't make their shots. That's literally what it is. King Cap says, I want, Bryce, I keep telling y'all and y'all desire for who y'all want and need to date, that has nothing to do with this show. I don't judge. I want y'all to do whatever you need to do. And whoever you want to do on top of that. I'm just playing with you. I mean, hey, I feel you on that. Why do you think the Bulls didn't get another big man out of free agency? Why would they got Drummond? They didn't really need to get another big man at that point. I mean, they need size, but it didn't need to be another big man. They needed more of a power forward, a stretch for ideally. That's why they try to go after Danilo Gallinari. I do think that if this Bulls team would have been able to sign Danilo ended up getting hurt. If he didn't get hurt, we would have been looking at this. Keep in mind, Danilo can stretch the floor. He can provide more space. And I think that we would have been looking at this team a little bit differently. Not that he would have made like this huge difference, but the scheme and plan would have been a little bit different for sure. Stoke Billy hasn't fallen in love with Carlick. Billy has a measuring stick. If you are below this high, you might be precious. That is funny. I told y'all Kevin Hart is going to be our starting center. At some point, Kevin Hart will be our starting center. This man, LeBron, literally made the perfect role player in Bronny to go on another's finals run. Shit got to be tampering. That's funny. That's hilarious. Last year's playoffs seemed like the most of the players wasn't ready for the atmosphere. You think this year will be different? Well, they're not making the playoffs. Like, I'm just going to keep it real. I don't see this team making, like, they would be the first 10 seed to ever make it out the plane, to ever win a game in the plane, much less 2. So I don't think so. It is what it is. As far as the team not being ready, I mean, listen, we had most of our team had never had a playoff game before. What, Caruso and DeMar and Vooch, I think we're the only 3 players on the team that had playoff experience. So listen, it is what it is. Like, yeah, playoffs are a different beast. If Luka asks for a trade request, we need to be one of the first teams on the phone because rumor has it in Dallas, like, is unhappy and he may ask that. He's not getting out of Dallas. Listen, Mark Cuban is not letting that man out of Dallas. He's going to have to go fighting, kicking and screaming. He will literally have to walk into the Dallas Mavericks offices and go Ice Cube on Mark Cuban to get out of Dallas. It's not happening. It's not happening. Vooch and Kobe got to stay in my opinion. DeMar got to go. We need some 3-point shooting. And what you think about Buddy Hield? Also, we need Derek back before he retires. We do need a point guard, LOL. We don't need Derek back. So, it is what it is there. But, hey, we'll see. We'll see. Would Karis LeVert be a good person to target? Is Karis LeVert a free agent this offseason? On paper, I don't hate it necessarily, but I think we got other positions we need to try to worry about first, in my opinion. Bronny would be a top 5 shooter on this team. Oh, no, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Bronny's terrible. Bronny wouldn't be a top 5 shooter anywhere. It's not going to happen. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like I would literally take, there are 5 bums right now on the street in downtown Chicago asking for money outside the United Center, and I would take them as better shooters than Bronny James. That's just my opinion. Bulls didn't do shit when free agency starts. Billy and them don't give a fuck. Well, Billy doesn't control that, but listen, this team better do. Whoa, what is that? That's funny. Gary Trent would be a solid pickup. Don't hate it. Not gonna lie to you, I don't hate it. We're about 10 minutes away from the Bulls releasing the starting lineup. If they hold true to what they do, I can't wait to see the starting lineup today because it's going to be a really interesting starting lineup. MC Season says, I'd take someone with 2 stubs as arms than Bronny. Listen, give me Courtney Vandersloot right now over Bronny James. Like, Courtney Vandersloot would kill Bronny James one-on-one. Kill him. I don't hate bringing Derrick Rose back in a UD role, to be honest. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? We aren't at the place where we need to be trying. We already have Marko Simonovic. We have our living mascot. Well, he's not even that because the dude doesn't even see the sideline. Like, Billy doesn't know who he is. But before we get to that UD role, let's actually build a playoff team, right? Let's actually build a team that can go on a run in the playoffs, right? Let's build a team that can win a playoff series first, and then we can worry about the vanity signings. That's my opinion. Gary Trent and Jeremy Grant will be solid picks. Well, Jeremy Grant ain't coming. We're not spending that money on Jeremy Grant. That's just not going to happen. And he's already said that he wants the most money that he can possibly get. And guess what? That's not coming from the Bulls. I don't mind D Rose retiring. Yeah, I mean, and I think he will, but I think he'll retire at home in one of those ceremonial contracts, not an actual contract. So, you know, he's gonna retire as a Bull. Make no mistake about it. Derrick Rose will absolutely retire as a Bull. Bojan Bogdanovic should be a huge target. Is he a free agent? Hold on, let me look at that real quick. Now, you're talking about the Bogdanovic in Atlanta, right? Because, yeah, the one in Detroit signed an extension, so I know he's not a free agent. So Bogdanovic he's a free agent at the end of the season. I would not mind that at all. Not even going to hold you. I would not mind that signing at all. Come in, plays guard. He can play some small forward, especially for Billy Donovan. He may play some power forward. I can definitely stretch the floor. I would not be mad at that signing at all. Chicago Bulls Central, yeah, I'm officially done with Bulls Central. Bro just made a video saying we should lose our last 2 games for Wemby. Well, I was I don't know if you just came in here. I was saying that the Bulls increased their chances by losing the next 2 getting a top 4 pick. It's probably still not going to happen. So I wouldn't mind seeing them lose. But for Wemby, we're not getting Wemby, bro. But, you know, Jamal's he thought that out very well, though. Marco's not the new Felicio. Felicio played several NBA games. Felicio had several double-digit rebounding games as an NBA player. Felicio had multiple games where he had 2 or 3 blocks. He just sucked. Marco can't even do that. Marco cannot even do that. No Hawks just re-signed him, I'm pretty sure, like a couple days. Well, oh, yeah. There you go. Upcoming contract extension. They just re-signed him to a contract extension through 2027. Yeah, we ain't getting him. There you go. Good point on that one, Vaughn. Good catch. Haize, where did you cop that jacket? It's called I got this from New Era. The hat and jacket combo came from New Era. I got the jacket. I saw the hat. No, I think I saw the hat first, and I added the hat to my cart, and then like right below the hat was the jacket, and I looked at it. I was like, yeah, that's an easy cop. No questions asked. That's an easy cop. What are potentially lane spot of Debo or only what? CP Hunter, bro, you got to go back to the drawing board on that one, bro. Like the first 3 or 4 words, I know you meant to say something else. You broke my brain, bro. Type it again. Come back. I'll read it. Let's look at the real listicle choice. The real listicle choice. Shay, stop using voice to text, brother. Type your shit out. Realistical. That's the word. That's what you came up with, and you press send on that. Realistical. Well, so let's go ahead and get realistical in this bitch. Choice and free agent, maybe one of the Morris twins or maybe Justin Holiday, something in a part. Well, no, if the Bulls do use that career. The Bulls, and either way, the Bulls have a much higher price range than that. Let's not undercut us that much, bro. Come on, man. Sneakerology God, I don't even know which thing you're laughing at. I've been on a roll here lately. I don't want Wemby on this team. Too many injury concerns. Listen, man, you go with talent. What about Tyrus Jones as a pickup for point guard? I actually listed him. Maybe that was a members only video, but yes, Tyrus Jones is somebody that I wouldn't mind at all. How do we know what he can do if he doesn't see the floor? I'm just saying. I mean, that's a great point. That's something you got to ask Billy Damn Donovan, right? But no, he plays a lot in the G League. You know what he's capable of. You know what his skill set is. If you watch him in the G League, you know what that skill set is. Now, that skill set isn't going to transfer 1-for-1 in the NBA at all, but even then, he gets cooked on defense by G League players. He's going to get cooked on defense in the NBA level. But what Marko Simonovic can do is he can score and he can rebound the goddamn basketball, and he's a solid passer. Yeah, that just is what it is. And maybe Billy Donovan feels like we don't have enough defense up front to put next to him to where his defense won't hurt us. But Marko Simonovic is almost as bad as DeMar DeRozan defensively. So it's kind of hard to play a player like that, especially as a young big man who usually gets in foul trouble. But at this point, I've said it. Marko can't learn anything from the G League anymore. So it's time to play Marko some NBA minutes. Where are my manners? What up? What's going on, Shay? You need to ask you where your manners at with them typing skills. You almost killed me, bro. The fact that we're talking about Felicio having a better NBA career than Marko is crazy. It's tough, man. It's tough. MC Season said CP and Shay had strokes typing that out. Yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy. Is your channel connected to Bull? No. Jamal's my guy, though. Jamal's my homie. He's been on this channel before. I have him on again in the summer. But no, we're not connected at all. Would you trade picks? John Collins, think he fits next to Pat? Would good moving Pat to the 3? Listen, I'm not trading picks for John Collins at all. Because to me, the way that John Collins has had an even worse step back than Ayo Dosunmu's had. Like John Collins, literally since he signed that big contract, he's regressed hugely. I'm good on that. Vaughn says, realistically, Bulls got to trade DeMar to get some shooters. OTR in the building says, bro, why don't people look at what they wrote before they... Stop trying to... Listen, y'all trying to kill me, bro. No, bro, this whack-ass country arena don't hit like the United... Oh, nothing hits like the United Center. Nothing does. There we go, CP Honcho. All right, bro, what are the potential landing spots for Debo? Sack, Harrison Barnes leaving. He could probably start, but most likely be bench. OKC, they have the cap. Debo will be bench. Or Houston, they want vets. None. I think if anything, it's going to be one of the LA teams. And then I think at that point, you're looking at getting picks, maybe some contract filler. But I mean, to me, you just send Debo to whatever you get the most for, whether that's picks to kind of offset what you sent out for the Vooch trade, whether that's young talent then, because keep in mind, even if you do trade Vooch and if you were to get back a matching salary, but let's say it's partially guaranteed to where you can cut it and then transfer that into cap space, that helps you better, right? So there's a lot of different options. Those teams aren't bad. I don't think those teams are bad ideas at all. I don't know necessarily if Houston would be the spot for him, but I understand your thought process on that. If we get Lonzo's career-ending injury exception, what point guard would you pursue free agent trade? DeJounte Murray would be my first one. I'm telling you, if I'm the Bulls and I use the career-ending injury exception for Lonzo, I'm preserving that cap space by signing players to a bunch of one-year deals, right? And then we get out of it. Keep in mind, then also Debo's contract comes off that time. So then you can be, if you punt, right, and basically give one-year deals to still good players. Go out and get you some quality players, re-sign Pat Bev, whatever you need to do. But if you can get them to one-year deals and you can plan for the free agency of 2024 when Debo's contract comes off and whatever players you sign with that one-year contract, you can sign DeJounte Murray outright in free agency. You at that point can have $40 million in true cap space with still having Zach LaVine on the roster, Patrick Williams on the roster, Ayo on the roster, like Kobe White still on the roster. That's true spending power. And you still have your own first-round pick that year. That may be the year to do the move. I know this may sound stupid, but if you can get Steven Adams in a sign and trade, that would help a lot, especially since he's a lot younger and he will call out star players. I mean, I understand it, but like, okay, if you're replacing Drummond with Steven Adams? Yeah, if Drummond ends up opting out, cool. I'm not mad at that. Would you ever be on set with CHGO? Yeah, we actually talked about that when I talked to Matt and it was Mark, me, Matt, Mark, and Pat, the designer. We'll be on sometimes in the summer over on CHGO. So Omar says, I should have flew to Chicago and went to the game this Sunday. That's exactly what you should have did there, brother. Come on now. You know the UC is a mecca. Hold on, I'm texting my daughter to see if she's ready. She went to dinner with her friends, and I got to pick her ass up, and she knows I got to pick her up before this game. Let's see. Have they announced the starting? We got the starters. Ayo Dosunmu starting at point guard. Kobe White's the shooting guard. Alex Caruso's the small forward. Patrick Williams at power forward. Vooch at center. That's our starting lineup for the night, y'all. John Collins has a fall off worse than Ayo. His contract was laughable too. We can keep his raggedy ass in ATL. Brandon Eljet, completely agree with you on that one, bro. Listen, everybody says that, but Toronto don't want his ass back. I think that's telling, right? All the players that went back at the trade deadline, the teams that they used to play for before, I don't think Toronto wants DeMar DeRozan's ass back. I don't think that they want him back. Hope Vooch stays with DT. I say Ayo can go along with Javonte DJJ, who I like, but we need 3-point shooting and they don't provide it. I like both Curry and Strus. I love Brook Lopez, but probably not possible. Listen, I'm not as high on Strus, but you know, I understand. I understand the fit there as far as the skill set for sure. Hey, we'll see, man. If Trey becomes available, according to Bleach Report, should the Bulls do their due diligence? I've been a lot of Dame the Bulls. Why not trade the Bulls if made available? Because Trey Young and Zach. Keep in mind, you want a defensive point guard next to Zach LaVine. Trey Young next to Zach LaVine. It don't matter what. You can bring in Wilt. You can bring in Hakeem. You can bring in Shaq. You can bring Alonzo Mourning. You can bring in Jesus, Devontae Christ. If you have Trey Young and Zach LaVine as your starting backcourt, everybody's penetrating. It's Brittany Renner out there. Everybody getting in. Everybody getting in at that point. Everybody is sliding in easily at that point. Our points in the paint, we're going to break a record for most points allowed in the paint in the season. Iowa's second-round rookie, though, and replaced a starting point guard. I think fans have overvalued him long ago. He's not that guy. Well, he's not a point guard. He's not a true point guard. Iowa's a combo guard. And I think that we're seeing Io, he was able to do it. He was able to fit in for that for a little while, but that's not his long-term role. Did y'all hear that Larry is going to the Army in his name? Yeah, it's a requirement. In this country, it's requirement that every male serves. So he's filling that out. They're going to take care of him. They're going to not let anything happen to him. Haize, regardless of who we get, if coaching is horrible, we will continue to hide the talent on the bench. Not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true at all. There have been some horrible-ass coaches that have developed some talent. Vinny Del Negro developed Derrick Rose. Now, Derrick Rose took it further, but Vinny Del Negro helped develop Derrick Rose. So it's not like you can be a horrible, and Billy isn't a horrible coach. We got it. Like he's bad, and he's not a great coach at all. But Billy Donovan is not a horrible coach. He's a coach that relies and he doesn't adjust, and he relies on players. And once he picks a player that he's just going to ride out as his guy, he doesn't adjust to that. But Billy Donovan is not a horrible coach. Bulls on. I wouldn't say that that's true. I wouldn't go read Casey Johnson's recent mailbag. The Bulls are probably more open to trading DeMar than what they've ever been. Pat Bev is sitting with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan getting rest. Billy been smoking a lot of weed with that lineup. He clearly made that lineup in his sleep. Hey, that's funny. Yeah, I guess Strus ain't all that, and Curry isn't great defensively, but we need 3-point shooting of some. No, I agree with you. And that's why I said I understand adding the skill set. And, honestly, it's kind of hard for where I sit right now to be like, hey, let's add this player, because we need so much on this team. And you got a roster's like Legos. Everything has to fit together. So if the Bulls were to make a move or two, and then it'd be like, hey, you know what? Strus actually really does fit in with this now with the changes that we've made. That can definitely be a thing. So Joshua with the crackhead comment of the day. Trade for Giannis. You think that it's that easy, bro? You think that that's easy? You think we could just max out the trade offer sheet like it's 2K and get Giannis? Come on, bro. Honestly, Vucevic is the most valuable piece on this team if they use him right. Let him loose down low every game. Well, we actually just broke that down. I don't know if you saw the video me and Duncan from the Slam Duncan did, where we broke down a lot of the offensive tape. There you go. Big T says, IO is solid. There's just more video for teams to look at and take him out of his comfort. Need more time to work on his deficiencies. Oh, yeah, I got to get ready to wrap up the stream. Got to go pick up my baby girl. Let's see what else we got. I've never seen so many people in one area rocking cowboy hats, two-stepping. I fucking hate Dallas, bro. That's funny. Dallas is one of my favorite cities, actually, though. Not to go to basketball games, but I love the city of Dallas. OTR says bum ass started. I mean, what did you expect? Like, Dallas Mavericks starting lineup ain't gonna be much better, fam. They sitting everybody. So Luke and JaVale McGee are available, but Kyrie's out. Josh Green's out. Tim Hardaway's out. Maxi Kleber's out. Christian Wood is out. They literally gonna be starting Luka and a bunch of creative players from 2K. Like if you ever did your franchise and you made it about 10 years into your franchise, how it's just all creative players at that point in time other than the rookies. That's what Dallas is putting on the court tonight. And Cornelius, like I told you in the comment section, that is an idiotic mindset. That's not a realistic mindset. And this ain't video games. And as far as fire Billy Donovan and hire Ime Udoka, do you actually follow the Chicago Bulls if you think they're about to fire Billy Donovan? I just want to know, how long have you been a Bulls fan? Because that doesn't make any sense if you're looking at realism. Since I know the Chicago Bulls cannot get anywhere new signing Steve Kerr head coach cannot get anywhere new. Signing Steve Kerr, head coach who from coaching lineage can the Bulls realistically obtain as a head coach? Steve Kerr ain't never leaving the Warriors. Steve Kerr is the Warriors' Greg Popovich. He's never leaving the Warriors. They're unless he chooses, but they're never getting rid of him. And I highly doubt he's the man there. They're going to let him do whatever he wants to do. Well, keep in mind, it was a sign and trade. Sign and trades are different. That means that Larry wanted to sign. He was going to sign with the Cavs either way. We just facilitated a sign and trade so we can get some assets back. And it's not because of Arturas. Keep in mind, the previous front office completely ruined that relationship. Jim Boylan being his coach completely ruined that relationship. Larry wanted to go. There was nothing Arturas could have done to keep Larry on this team. He just couldn't have. But all right, y'all, I got to go get my daughter. I will see you guys here. Halftime hangout. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sorry I got to cut it short, but being a father comes first. I love you guys, man. Go Bulls. See Red. I'll be back here at the halftime hangout. Peace, y'all.